just recently, Michael and I spent some time with some of our biggest Penske stores out in Central Florida. And I'm going through our training, phone fundamentals, with one of the largest Toyota sales teams in the country, going through those lessons as I usually do. But this particular team in Orlando hit me a little different. By the end of the class, the energy was absolutely contagious, and they were so receptive, which I don't always get. Now, after day one, we come back in for day two, and Tony Blankston, the dealership's GM, huge shout out to Tony, he says to me, "Now, I don't know what you all said to my sales team yesterday, but they kept talking about the Sizzle. Apparently we have it," he says, "and we just don't talk enough about it." Welcome back to another episode of The Human Code, where we strip down that sales transaction to what really matters at the end of the day. You know it, those basic and timeless communication skills. I'm Susan Gaytan, and today we're talking about what the greats in our industry call selling the sizzle. And it doesn't matter what you sell. You could be selling cars, RVs, TVs, real estate. This skill separates you from the average salesperson, and it can absolutely boost your success. Here's the thing, when most reps, when they do display some form of excitement, they're gonna focus so heavily on the product, right? Wait until you drive the car, it's our flagship model, and they've updated the design, yada, yada, yada. And that's not wrong. Trust me, it's better than what I hear from most reps who are in a life coma. It's just not unique. See, people today often know just as much as we do. They can buy the same product anywhere also. What's going to set you apart is everything around the product. The real question customers are asking is, what kind of experience will I get if I work with this person? You see, selling the sizzle, not the steak, means appealing to someone's senses and emotions, giving them a preview of how it's going to feel like to come into your facility instead of anywhere else. Maybe it's the way that you're going to treat them as soon as they walk in the door. Maybe it's your world-class facility that even welcomes families and plays movies in your lounge. Maybe it's your massive inventory that gives people more options and a stress-free buying process. Let me give you an example of what I mean by selling the sizzle. I love Mexican food, and everywhere I travel, I'm always hunting for the best street tacos. Now, recently, Michael and I went to Houston, and our friend Sean Vaughn recommended a spot called Papacitos. The place was slammed, but we did get seated, and we sat there hungry for a bit, no chips, no water, and then suddenly, out of the corner of the room comes what? We smell it, and then we see it, right? And you know what I'm talking about. It's the famous sizzling fajitas. Now, Michael turns to me and he says, "That's it. That's what I'm ordering, the fajitas." And I'm like, "Michael, you know fajitas aren't usually the best thing on the menu. We talk about this in class." But he insisted. So they arrived, and yeah, they looked and smelled amazing, but were they good? No, they were tough and chewy and dry. And while he worked through the fajitas, I'm thinking, gringo move. But why did he order the fajitas? Was it the fancy cut of steak? No, he ordered them because of the sizzle. All right, so here's your simple human habit of the week. Write down everything that separates your dealership from everyone else's. Maybe it's your inventory, your facility, your awards, mobile service, your lounge, even your snacks. And don't forget the biggest one, you. What do you personally bring to that experience? And now you're going to create a simple word track, a two-liner that you can use over and over, and it should sound something like this. Have you had a chance to come in and visit our dealership yet? You haven't? Wait until you do. You're going to feel the difference the moment you walk in. You're going to feel like a guest in our home. We have a huge family-friendly facility and a great selection of vehicles. And best of all, you're going to have me looking after you. Boom. And that's an experience that they can't get anywhere else. And no bot is ever going to offer them this. Why? Because that's the human code. I'll see you next time.